Welcome to Reservations for One with Bills. I am Bills, back with another episode. We are recording out of the platform studio today. Shout out to Ryo, Ryo engineer in Brooklyn. Cool dude, I knew him for a very, very long time, some might say day one. So, if you're in Brooklyn looking for a studio, you do recording and podcasting, come check him out. Right? I was in here working on some music, and I said, I gotta stick to the pod, man. I didn't do one all month, the first episode of the month, so I'm back. What's been happening? It's February. A lot has happened. The Grammys happened. Shout out to the Grammys. The fact that Future got no shout out to Kendrick, but the fact that Future didn't win a Grammy is just all I need to know about the Grammys. Like the fact that they didn't see that Future deserve a Grammy for nothing. It's like you can't. That just ill validates the whole Grammys to me. The Future didn't win a Grammy, never got a Grammy because he is the. We talk about the culture. Future is the culture, and definitely. I mean, shit. It might be his fault though. If he'd have never put Kendrick on like that, Kendrick might have not have had the year he had dissing Drake. So, but still, man. The shout out to the Grammys. What else happened? Oh, the Super Bowl. Shout out to the Eagles. The Eagles won the Super Bowl. You feel me? Shout out to the Eagles. I'm a Jets fan. We definitely winning it next year. But I feel like if you're a real nigga, you're an Eagles fan. A little bit. You feel me? So you had to be rooting for the Eagles because the Eagles had in 2K15, the Eagles was the team to play with. 2K15, 2K5, shit. 2K5, NFL. That was the last great NFL game. The Eagles had T.O. and they had McNabb. So growing up, you feel me? You could root for the Eagles no matter where you're from. So if if your team wasn't in the playoffs and you wasn't rooting for the Eagles, you're just not a real nigga. You feel me? I don't care if you're a Giants fan. You should have voted for Saquon. Y'all got him out of here. Shout out to Saquon. Shout out to Saquon doing his thing. Got it. Jalen Hurts, man. Just shout out to all the Eagles. What else happened this month? That's it. Oh, fucking me. I'm paying off my SAG dues. I'm about to start back acting. Definitely about to start back acting. Like, it's time. I started off as an actor when I was young. That was like my first dream to be an actor. And then I stopped. Like my mom used to have me in acting. I did a lot of movies. I did a lot of background, but I did a lot of speaking roles that didn't make it to big screen. I did a movie with Robert De Niro that made it to the big screen, but like I did like HBO movies. But I will say this: movies pay well, and they've been paying well. They was paying well for years. Now it's like some of the movies is 20 years old, so the residual checks be very, very little. But a lot of the movies I did from my whole like up until like 10 years after, I was getting a pretty decent residual check after the big paycheck that I initially got. So shout out to movies. I'm definitely getting back in movies. Plus, if it's up to my ex, I'm such a liar and a manipulator. And I feel like that's some of the characteristics you need to be a movie star. You feel me? That's all acting is. Just acting like you care. I can act like I care. I don't act like I cared about women for years. I'm joking. But, definitely getting back into that. Because, yes, acting was my first love before I started doing, like, whatever I do now. Rapping, podcasting, brand owner. and, but... No, actually, I wanted to be a gym teacher. Like, I swear, when growing up, I thought I was about to be a gym teacher. I thought I was going to be a gym teacher, basketball coach, and I'm getting kids to college, and they coming back to check on me like, yo, I'm graduated, I'm in this college, oh, I'm going to the NBA, oh, I'm getting a good job overseas. I just always wanted to be like the coaches you see on TV that people come back for. Like, I swore when I was a kid, that's what I was going to do. Even when I was acting, I was like, yo, when I get older, I'm going to be the best gym teacher, basketball coach. But that didn't work out because I didn't go to college. Well, I went to college for like one semester and it didn't pan out for me. I should have went away. I stayed here for college and that just ruined my college experience. And it just was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. This is just extended high school. And like when I went to stay with some of my friends on their campus, I was like, no, this is it. But it was already too late. I could have probably went, but by then I was just like, nah, it's over. I waited too many years. Like, It's over. I'm not going back to college. But I did coach basketball teams. When you get a young nigga getting money in the hood, you gotta coach a basketball team. You're not getting money in your hood if you don't coach a basketball team in your hood. So I coached a basketball team when I was like 20, 19, some 12-year-olds. Shout out to some of the 12-year-olds too, because I still be seeing some of them today. Like some of them be rappers and shit. They doing their thing like on the drill and all that. And none of them made it to the NBA, but some they still I still see some of them good, hardworking people. Man, I'm very very proud of all of that team. I had the best team. I had the worst team, but we were still the best team. We had pizza every game. I was getting money. I'm buying pizza. Other teams jealous. We getting blown out by 40. It don't matter. We got pizza after the game every single game. So shout out to that. But I definitely thought I was gonna be a gym teacher. But I'm satisfied though. I'm definitely would say I'm pretty happy with my career now because I'm fortunate to do stuff that I like, stuff that I love, and actually get paid for it. Like like the brand Saturday, the brand, podcasting, music. I don't really make no money off podcasting, but that's my fault. Like I don't really go hard enough and I don't stay consistent enough because people do always ask me like, yo, how can I donate to the podcast once you keep doing the episodes and that? I tell them just buy a shirt, just buy a Saturday shirt, and when people hit me up to donate and stuff like that. But I'm definitely going to try to go harder and then probably like create a Patreon to get I feel like if I was obligated to do it, like if it was more like a job, then I would actually put out more episodes. So if I could do 10 episodes in a row, I'm gonna create a Patreon. And music, I'm working on some new music now too. But I made money off music. I made a lot of money off music. That's actually because that's what I tell people. Saturday started from music. Like it was one of my lyrics. That's how I even got Saturday. It was like my ex left me on a Friday because the next day is always a Saturday, and that's how I started the brand. So music has always been like one of my first loves. I would say I probably love music more than acting. But yeah, so music probably was my first love. But I used to do concerts, the Saturday concerts. That's how the brand even grew. I was doing Saturday concerts out of town, going to fucking DC, Boston, Connecticut, just Atlanta, Miami, all up and down the East Coast, and I go like that. So I definitely might get back into doing that. Yeah, I could. I think like in another few more years when I'm finished being like the talent and stuff like that, I'm gonna run a whole agency because I just know everything to do. You feel me? So I'm gonna run an agency, sign some niggas, get them some merch, take them on tour and shit like that. So I think that's a good plan for me. I just thought about that just now. I realized, sometimes you talk to yourself, you realize like, damn, I could do this, I could do that. This stuff is shit I could do. I could compute to that. And yeah, but shout out to Saturday. We just dropped some new merch. Make sure y'all go check it out. We dropped like 4 new shirts, 3 new hoodies. Go check them out, Saturday.com. I think we're going to hold off on getting a store. Because I do miss the store. I'm not going to lie. I miss the store like a motherfucker. But I kind of like my free time. And plus, I kind of like not being easy to kill. Like, that's the easiest I've been to kill my entire life. Like, somebody knows where I'm at all the time. Or like whatever day I'm there, it's so easy to find me, and like I felt like that kind of dimmed my light, like what I was willing to put out in the universe for the past 3 years we was there, and rightfully so because tell you I've never been that easy to kill. I'm a hard bargain. You feel me? So, and plus yeah, but I'm definitely gonna start looking at Bed-Stuy. I keep saying I'm gonna start looking. I'm gonna start looking again. What month is this? February. Oh shit! It's about to be March. March Sadness. Shout out to March Sadness. If you ever love the Pisces, this is definitely a terrible month for you as well as me. I've never loved nothing but a Pisces. Now I loved a couple girls that wasn't Pisces too, but majority of the women I love were Pisces, and every March I just be sitting there like. You feel me? I be chilling with my new girl crying. She be like, why are you crying? I'm like, I miss my grandmother. I never even met my grandmother. It's my ex-girlfriend's birthday, so it's like... So, shout out to March Sadness. What else happened? Oh, shout out to Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day just passed. It's the Lover's Day. I had a pretty decent Valentine's Day. I've had bad Valentine's Days at least 15 years in a row. And so I tried to make a conscious effort this year to try to have just even a decent one. So I would say I had a decent Valentine's Day. And yeah, shout out to that. What else? No. Oh, shout out my son Joe, man. Joe he just announced his 10-year anniversary of doing podcasts, man. Shout out my son Joe. I love my son Joe. I think I was one of the first guests on a podcast. I can't remember the episode. I think it's like Dancing Shoes it was called or something like that. I don't know the number, but I think it was, because Joe, shout out to Joe though. Joe always tried to put me on shit, man. Joe tried to put me on so much media shit. Always, he had me on that. Like, the other shit he was doing, when it was me, him, Cass, Mano, Charlemagne, Wayno. Like, he put me on that shit. He tried to put me on other shit. He always, that's why I tell you, I love Joe to this day. Like, I would kill something for Joe. That's my boy. You feel me? He always looking out, always trying to put me on. It's just me. I'd be like, I don't do good in topic-based discussion media. You feel me? It's like my narcissism kick in. So if we talking about somebody and what you have to do, I just be sitting there like, they should be talking about me. Why am I talking about this thing? Why are they talking about me? But maybe I'm not doing enough in the world to be talked about. So that then I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Just do more, motherfucker, if you really want people to talk about you. So I definitely feel like I got to do a little bit more because I can't do that. But shout out my son Joe, man, doing this thing with the podcast. And shout out to Rory and Maul too. They doing their thing. Shout out to everybody doing podcasting and shit. But it's a quick episode of Reservations for One with Bills. Make sure you go to Saturday.com. Check out the new merch. You can follow me on Instagram at SadPit, Bbillions on Twitter, TikTok SadPit. Shout out to TikTok. I like TikTok, man. I'm happy it's back. Yep, I'm out.